Step one is checking the model. You're checking that all 3D items, any item actually, that is on a design layer is in its proper class. So to do that, I would go to the Save Views, pick a floor. We'll just start with from the bottom and go all the way up. So you'd be working on the basement, the first floor, second floor, and all the way up through the roof. So I would double click working 0. I would turn off, the guides would normally be turned on, so turn off that layer, and then go to the classes and turn on all the classes. So they're all turned on right now. Next, I'd take the Select Similar tool and then just select, where you can really start anywhere. Let me actually start up on the first floor because there's more variety of items. So let me turn that off and turn that on. Alright, so I usually get rid of things like trim and furniture and labels and things like that. And I'm just checking, I'm clicking on something, so let's do furniture first. I'll click on that. I'm seeing that all of the furniture looks like it's selected, and then once I turn off that class, I'd make a quick scan again to see that there's nothing else that should have been selected. Do something like room names next. I see those are all room names. I check up here, it's in the class, the correct class space spec, and then I'm going to turn that one off. Basically whittling this down, there's plumbing, turn off the plumbing. This is equipment, 2 items, it's in the equipment. Basically whittling it down to till there's nothing left. Select the trim, trim paint no show, trim paint no show. Could do the outside patio. This is floors, new decks. Turn that off. This is new concrete interior. Should be concrete exterior. It's the only one there. There should be handrails back here. There are the handrails. This should be trim painted. It's trim painted. When I'm down to this level, I'll do doors and windows next. So just glancing around, all those are definitely doors. I'll turn off doors. Now I can get the windows. Those are all definitely windows. And then there's a couple of these that are openings or cased openings. They should be in the notes class, and they are. To the interior walls next, making sure that nothing on the outside is selected. Interior walls, and then the rest should just be brick walls. Existing brick. And then at the end, I'll hit, oh, and there's a couple left over there. What is that? Wall stucco. Alright, this was actually left in the wrong class. So at this point, because I know for a fact that there's no wall stucco in this, so those were in the, let me turn everything on again. Okay, those should be in the brick class. Okay, so I was down to everything. I was going to say I was down to everything except for lights would have been on, and after you've turned off all of those classes, I usually hit Command A for select all, and look up here and see if there's any items left. If it should have said 2 items left, and it would have been, or 3 items, and it would have been these 2 items, and it would have been this Heliodon. And I would have just made sure that those were all in the proper class. This should be in garage square footage, and this should be in HVAC square footage, and they are. So I would go through all that, then I'd turn them all back on, and I'd go up to the next floor, and then I'd go up to the next, to the roof. And you're basically just eliminating everything. Again, when I was on the first floor, I would also probably do this in isometric. And if I see something that is flat like this, that should not be flat. That should be in layer mode. So I would ungroup it and then take it from screen mode to layer mode. Same with this table and chairs. It should have actually been a plug-in instead or a symbol, but somebody did it with just shapes, so that's fine. Yeah, sometimes there'll be lines that are masking something, repairing a wall or repairing a strange intersection of walls or something like that, so it never hurts to make sure that everything is in layer plane. If you do this a couple times and rotate it around, you may see a line that's just floating out there. If it is, put it back into, select it, put it back into plan view, and then change it over in the object info palette to layer mode.